With you, boy. You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. A minute, yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General Yahanna. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we U.P.K, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them, I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted, we hear the truth and reject it. But love is getting corrected, and all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Serious, and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who's anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do His will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play, cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on Coco.
American honor don't lack no soldiers. For the Spirit of the Lord, we don't lack no soldiers.
The saint, black, Hispanic, native, they hate your ass the same. Hate Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell, toilet connected to the saint. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under Yahanna, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from Yahanna. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, rank and order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí.
Lord Commandant General Yahanna na I.S.U.P.K.
This is what Commander General Yahanna did. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. I had to dig.
That's right.
You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
All right, let's clap it up. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatham to all the Akim Yahweh Shematham Bashem Yahushua to all the Akwathium, the sisters. We are the I.S.U.P.K Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, start of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of the Bible, and the truth is that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the true Jews that the Bible speaks of, and that our oppressor, the white man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We're not affiliated with any other Christian church or Hebrew Israelite group. 1 West is home of the truth. It's not under Commanding General Yahanna. It's not the truth. That's just the bottom line. That's it. And that's all of it. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, you know, I'm joined with Officer of 1,000 Barak. You know what I'm saying? Brother hand. And I'm also joined with Trooper Mataya. Let's give a brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? The water for coming in virtually and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna rock it out. We're gonna rock it out. I got so much to talk about. I don't even know where to start. Salaki. I don't know where to start. Today is one of Esau's holidays, which is a Veterans Day. You know what I'm saying? And veteran. Before I get started with that, I'm just looking at this, and I just gotta flame on for a hot second. You know what I'm saying? Because this lighter, I don't know who got this lighter, but this lighter right here is something powerful. You know, you feel me? You hear how the way that you hear that, man? And it's blue, hot, and then it turns red. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Hold on, I gotta, in case one of them embers, you know, go astray. Let me just put that over something that'll catch that. It's like what, the Carter 500 degrees? Isn't that what Lil Wayne had? What was it?
Yeah, 500 degrees.
and I could feel the heat coming through. Man, that's Tawab right there. That's Tawab right there. But if we could, let's get a little bit on Veterans Day. If you could pull up that article, Baba Kashar, and we're gonna read a little bit what they had to talk about on Veterans Day, how the way they supposedly, and I say supposedly, honor their veterans, the people who have fought in their wars, you know what I'm saying, have done some dastardly deeds in the name of, you know, America.
Kamala Khan. Veterans Day, originally known as Armistice Day.
Armistice.
Armistice Day, Salaki.
No sweat.
Is a federal holiday in the United States observed annually on November 11th for honoring military veterans of the United States Armed Forces.
All right, so real quick, armistice. If anybody knows what armistice is, that was when the end of World War I. Who we got over here? Salaka. We also got Batak coming in. Most High in Christ. The water. His brother hand. All right, you know what I'm saying. So armistice was at the end of World War I. That was basically a ceasefire, a truce, if you will, between the two sides. And that was the first time, you know, I would say in modern history, because it's not really the first time there was a world war when, you know, everybody, most of the powers in the world were warring with each other. But this is World War I, you know, this coined World War I. And at the end of that was they came to a stalemate and like, you know what? All right, let's stop this. Let's stop all this, you know, and call a truce or call a ceasefire, and we're gonna work this out. So that's what Armistice Day was. And that Armistice Day, let's read. Keep going where you was at.
Kamala Khan. It coincides with holidays in several countries, including Armistice Day and Remembrance Day, which also occur on the anniversary of the end of World War I. Major hostiles of World War I were formally ended at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918, when the armistice with Germany went into effect.
So they try to make this, you know, like a like sweet poetry and whatnot. The 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. You know what I'm saying? They try to make some sweet poetry about, you know, stop killing one another when they could have just, all right, you know, let's stop. Your side lost a lot and my side lost a lot. Let's just stop. But they try to make this into some sort of poetry and whatnot. Let's keep going.
Kamala. At the urging of major U.S. veteran organizations, Armistice Day was renamed Veterans Day in 1954.
So when they came together and made this, you know, a holiday here in the States, they renamed it Veterans Day. But everywhere, I ain't gonna say everywhere, there's a lot of different countries that celebrates or observes this day. Why? Because a lot of these countries was involved in this, you know, this war, and they all stopped at the same time. And this was a something that they were to do to remember, you know, all the people that have died in that war. Right? Let's keep going. Let's get a little more on this.
Khan. Veterans Day is distinct from Memorial Day, a U.S. public holiday in May. Veterans Day commemorates the service of all U.S. veterans, while the older Memorial Day, which grew out of Civil War, commemorates specifically honors those who have died while in military service.
So okay, so what this there's a difference, and a lot of times I would get them mixed up. One Memorial Day, one is Veterans Day, right? Memorial Day is really strictly for the U.S., whereas Veterans Day multiple countries celebrate, Veterans Day, which some like I said, is called Armistice Day and whatnot. The difference is Veterans Day, supposedly supposed to have honors all the military members who have been in the military, whereas Memorial Day is all those U.S. military members who have died in a war. You know what I'm saying, or died in a conflict. Because as some of you may or may not know, that there was a ton of people that died in the Vietnam War, but the Vietnam War was never a war. It was a conflict. Now, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? That's not a war. Everybody knows about the Vietnam War. Y'all heard of the Vietnam War, haven't y'all? Right, y'all heard of the Vietnam War, but it's not a war. It's not a war. According to the Constitution of the United States of America, Congress has to declare war on another country. Congress never did it. Congress never did it. So U.S. got involved in this conflict, and it was never actually called a war until actually it was never called a war, right? It was never called a war. So that it's a conflict that whole time. So they sent a ton of people, U.S. members, men and women, went out there to serve, their country for a conflict that really had nothing to do with U.S. of A. You want to know why? Because once they pulled out, the forces that they were fighting took over the whole country. The communists took over the whole country. So that I don't know how many years it was. It was probably like, it was close to 10 years where a whole ton of U.S. military went in, fought, and died. And then they just abandoned the post. Just abandoned the post. Yeah, what's up? You had something, Batak?
Yeah, is that like Desert Storm?
What's that?
I said, would that kind of be like Desert Storm?
Desert Storm, that was in 91, right? That was the first one.
God, I'm saying, was that like a conflict and not a war?
No, they actually declared war. But it wasn't Desert Storm didn't have any ground troops that actually had, like traditional fighting where they, you see the enemy and you bang bang. You know what I'm saying? Right. It wasn't like that. It was more bombing, mortar fire than anything. You know what I'm saying? So that was, but it was still a war. It was still a war. No sweat. But Vietnam technically was not a war. Moreover, if anybody knows about the Korean War, if you know anything about the Korean War, if you know anything about history, the Korean War was in, I want to say it was like in the 50s, and it's technically still going on to this day, right now. Right now, the war is still going on to this day, right now. Why is there no fighting? Because there's been a ceasefire. There's just usually a ceasefire, happens for a small period of time where each side can either gather their dead, or there's some sort of agreement where both sides will agree to not have hostilities towards each other for a set amount of time. Well, that came about, when the Allied forces was pushing up into North Korea, and then the Korean forces were pushing back down into the southern region, and then they came to a parallel. I want to say it was like the 37th parallel or something like that, and then it was just a standstill, and then they couldn't go any further. It's kind of up and down, and they just stayed right there in that line, and they said we'll just have a ceasefire. And usually when they have a ceasefire, they'll have something, where they'll come to an agreement and just end the war. They never came to an agreement. So it's still a ceasefire right now. If anything pops off, they'll go back to full blown war once again. But That's been going on for what? It's like 70 years, 70, 80 years. And you know how America honors its veterans? How America honors its veterans? By allowing them to go homeless. There is a huge homeless population of U.S. military veterans who have gone over there and fought in those wars, you know what I'm saying, and have, you know, seen and done a whole ton of, you know, things that keep them up at night, that totally keep them up at night. You know what I'm saying? If anybody has anybody seen what's the name of that Dead Presidents? I just remember this clip when Lorenz Tate was arguing with his wife after Cuddy tried to give his woman some money and then hit him over the head with the, you know, with the gun. He fell down the stairs and whatnot. Y'all remember that scene? And then he went back upstairs and told her, "You giving that money back?" And then she, you know, she got in his face and said some vile, disgusting things that a woman should never say to her husband. He wasn't even tripping about that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even tripping about that until she mentioned something that happened in the war. And then he just went ballistic. He just went ballistic. Why? Because the things that go on in war, especially when it has nothing to do with us. When it has nothing to do with us, man, we shouldn't have been over there. But you know, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians have fought in every war in the U.S. Fought in every war for this stinking kingdom. All of them. Only for us to come back and be a homeless population, to suffer from mental health, you know, disorders. You know what I'm saying? From seeing things that we've done, seeing things, you know, going out and being on patrol, and then coming back, you know, 4 or 5 people light, getting blowed up. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people who have been over there and come back, and then they hear a loud noise, and you just see the PTSD in their eyes. It's like, you know, I don't know if anybody's ever seen somebody who has, you know, what they call PTSD, and they just, certain things just, you know, set them off from you know, what had went on over there. They remember these things that they just can't get over. I ain't gonna say they can't get over, but they have a hard time getting over. And then it's just the mentality of the military is you shouldn't seek mental health. You should just suck it up. You know what I'm saying? You should just, you know, you should be a man, quote unquote, be a man and suck it up and just move past it. When really you should seek counsel. That's that I ain't gonna say that's the difference, but that is a big difference between Esau's military and the Most High's military.
Right.
Why? Because if anything happens in here, we're telling you, go and seek counsel. Right. Go and talk to somebody who can help you fight these demons. You know what I'm saying? Who can help you move past that? You know what I'm saying? See what's going on. And then on top of that, you don't even have to be in the military and go to, you know, actual war in another country to have PTSD. You know how many brothers in here who've been on the streets in war, been on war in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Just going down their block, going into different neighborhoods. Why? Because the oppressor has pushed us into a cesspool of a situation. You know how many times, how much of our people are actually messed up over the things that we've seen, and so how some of the things that we have done. There's a difference between, you know, Esau's army and the Most High's army, and the Most High's army will help you. Will help you. You know what I'm saying? There's no time when you would come up into this school and say you have an issue and you won't get help for that issue. There is zero time when something like that would happen. All you got to do is speak up. Speak up and say, hey, I have an issue or I have a problem. You're going to get counsel on what to do on the next steps. On the next step, that's always going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But with Esau's military, they'll give you a day and say we'll honor you. But how about you honor those hundreds of thousands, almost millions of people that are homeless, that are called veterans? You know what I'm saying? That are still going through mental health issues because of the things that they've seen and things that they have done for this stinking country. And this country has turned their back on them. How about you do that? How about you do that? But no, there's a ton of people out there that are just suffering. That are suffering. Some of them are suffering in silence and you don't even know it until one of the I think General Muhammad brought this out, that there's one of the largest population of people who commit. Can I say that, Barack?
I would not. That's like
who commit self-deletion. You know what I'm saying? There's the population who commits self-deletion are cops. You know what I'm saying? Then there's, like mental health workers, not even mental health, but health workers altogether, whether it's mental health or like the ER nurses and doctors and whatnot. Those people, commit self-deletion at a higher rate. And then there's veterans. There's a whole ton of veterans that go out there and self-delete themselves because they can't get out. I want to say can't get out of their own head about the things that have happened to them and the things that are happening to them. And they try and turn to the people who said that they were supposed to be there and help them are not there to help them. Well, if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, you should not have joined Esau's military. You know what I'm saying? Only reason why you have joined Esau's military is because we have been conditioned to think that they offer the best for us. If you wanted to join a military, if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, is that you're supposed to join the Most High's military. You want to fight? Fight for your people. Fight for your brothers. Fight for your sisters. And how would you fight? How would you fight? This is how you would fight. You would fight by first getting yourself together, just like we got ourselves together. We came up in this school. We did our time to gain our Hebrew names and whatnot. We say, it's 90 days, but I don't know about you. It didn't take me 90 days. It took me, it was a little bit longer for me to get my name. You know what I'm saying? It was a little bit longer. I don't know. Was it like that for any of you other brothers?
Con.
Yeah, it took just a little bit longer to shed myself of the world. You know what I'm saying? It just took a little bit longer. I know a brother, side story, Salakia. I know a brother who was coming through, coming out strong and whatnot. And it was time for him to get his Hebrew name. He didn't know this, right? And he was doing everything that he was supposed to be doing until he wasn't. One day he just didn't show up no more. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen him since. But little did he know, if he would have came that next day, he would have had his Hebrew name. You know what I'm saying? He would have had his Hebrew name. But I hadn't seen that brother in probably been like 2 years. It's been a while. And all he had to do was just fight whatever he was fighting and keep on coming. I know with General Muhammad, he said this a few times before. He was like, he had to do his 90 days 2 or 3 times just to get his name. You know what I'm saying? Just to get here. So if anybody's fighting to be in the Most High's army, keep fighting. Keep fighting. Why? Because the scripture says, you won't be saved until the end. And Christ ain't here. Christ ain't here yet. You know what I'm saying? Just getting that Hebrew name, you're probably gonna have to fight some more. You most likely gonna have to fight some more. So if you want to fight, you know what I'm saying? Come up into school and we'll teach you how to fight. We'll teach you how to fight drug addiction. You know what I'm saying? We'll teach you how to fight being a wicked bastard, being a liar. We'll teach you how to fight, being a degenerate. We'll teach you how to fight all those things for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You had something? Go ahead.
Kind of, if I may, it's such a heavy point that you brought out, saying like we'll treat you. If you want to fight, we'll teach you how to fight your drug addictions and all of your addictions.
Mm-hmm.
Like Esau's military has never helped us solve what's wrong internally within the Black community. When you look at the same statistics that go on in our neighborhood, that number exists in the military too.
Mm-hmm.
The number of soldiers that are Black women that are going missing,
mm-hmm.
the number of violations when it comes down to the harassment to Black women inside of Esau's military, the allowance of homosexuality inside of Esau's military. I don't know about y'all, but every brother or sister that I know that's in Esau's military is getting high. every single one of them. I don't. So the problems that we have, I mean, you join their mission, but you don't get fixed. You don't get fixed. You just look another way to get sneakier to bathe in your addiction. That's all that is. You put on a uniform, but however, you still the same, if not more destroyed, joining Esau's military. You know what I mean? That was just such a heavy point when you said that we coming in here. Like you don't just join the military when you come into the I.S.U.P.K. Like you also get the benefit of being healed and being treated for your addictions and getting the medication that you need so that you can fight the good war when you come in there. You got full-blown drug addicts on the battlefield right now.
Oh yeah.
Esau's military.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Salagi, that was it.
No. What you said was absolutely right and heavy because I'm saying back in the old days, when the old man was still around, that man was in Esau's military, and I saw it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? It was this one dude. I had just got to this duty station. I was new, but I knew who the quote unquote superstar was. Right? And there was this one cat that was a superstar. And everybody had great things to say about him. And he was, he got put up for promotions. He got put up for accommodations and all these awards and whatnot. And he was on track to become a lawyer. Right? He was on track to become a lawyer. And one day I'm coming into the barracks, and what they have is somebody like is supposed to be on duty in case something happens, overnight, right? So someone's there on duty overnight, and then I come in there, and then this whole half of the hallway is guarded by somebody else. I'm like, what the hell is going on over there? So I go to him and talk to him, and because I know the dude, and he was like, basically he was saying, no, I can't talk to you, go away, or some stuff is going to happen, right? So I go to the guy who's on regular, and I talked to him, and he was like, I can't talk about that. Just go away, right? So word travels fast and whatnot. Long story short, that guy that was guarding that whole hallway, he was guarding someone's urine sample. That dude's urine sample, who was a superstar, right? Come to find out, this dude was selling drugs on base. Mm-hmm. Got busted by an undercover cop. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they've come to find out he wasn't only selling, he was using it. So he got busted down, you know what I'm saying? And then once he got busted down, that whole side of him came out. The hotshot that he was before, that guy went away. Once he got busted, he was that dirtbag now. And I was like, what the hell? you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you had something?
No, I said he wasn't looking too hot.
No. It was almost like, I'm free from this facade. and I don't have to, pretend anymore. But his career trajectory, where they was helping him get to get into school and whatnot and all this other stuff, that went down the drain. I never heard from him to do it again. Never heard from him to do it again. So yeah. I mean, there's tons of stories out there about what's going on in the military, and I know some of you people have heard some of these stories, whether it's on social media, whether you've heard it in movies and whatnot, or read about it, or actually know some people who've gone through some of these things.
If I could, sir.
Yeah, what's up? Go ahead.
Yeah, so believe it or not, I was in Esau's military as well. I was in the Navy. Right, and the Navy had a zero tolerance drug policy, and I remember my first 4th of July break that I took. When I came back to Great Lakes, it was a black guy who was probably like my age. I was probably like 20. And he was with these 2 white boys, and all 3 of them overdosed on I think OxyContin or something like that over the weekend. But it was weird to me because they had a zero tolerance drug policy, but that was one of the things that stuck out to me because the dude was black and he overdosed. But that was like 2008, 2009, something like that. It was a while ago.
So they OD'd while they was on on a long holiday. Yeah.
Candlewood Suites. It's probably I think it's Candlewood Suites in Waukegan, Illinois. Yeah, I remember that. It's a lot.
No sweat.
Yeah, Salaki, sir, too, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got the stats for the homelessness, if I could.
Let me hear the stats for what's going on the homelessness and as far as the veterans go, right?
Khan. As of January 2024, the number of veterans experiencing homelessness in the United States was 32,882, and that's not including the undocumented ones and the ones who they deported back to Mexico and Puerto Rico and UK and other stuff like that served time.
Yo, America is wicked as hell. America is wicked as hell. How can you have somebody who fights for you, serves in your military, whether they're the top-notch soldier or the dead last soldier? How can you have them fighting your wars, and then when they're done, when you're done with them, you have them deported back to wherever it is they come from? You are a wicked beast. You know what I'm saying? You are an absolute wicked beast. How dare you treat, what I'm saying, people who props you up like that, and then put them out, have them homeless like this? When you give billions of dollars. So okay, let's just say, you don't care about the regular pop. I ain't gonna say regular, but you don't care about the people who have not fought in your wars. Let's just say it like that. People who are not veterans, and you'll barely fund these shelters and these other programs to get people on their feet. But you have veterans who fought in your wars, been in your military for 4, 8, 12, 15, 20 years plus, and you got them out in the streets. When you're sending billions of dollars to different nations, when they don't do anything for your country, for your bottom line, you are a wicked bastard. You are a wicked bastard, yo. Like, seriously. And these are the people that so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are crying over because, either their party won or their party lost. That's what I'm about to get into next. So like Akira says, I'm a career transition officer in the military, and one thing about them, soon as you say you getting out, they don't care about you no more. Yeah. They don't care about you no more. That's 100% correct. They don't even try and say, well, we offer this program, or we have this bonus, or you can switch jobs, you can switch MOSs and whatnot, military occupational service. You can switch jobs. Just stay in the military. You know what I'm saying? Because really, it's cheaper. We all heard that it's cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to keep the person in the company than it is to hire somebody and train them up to whatever level you have them at.
Right.
It's just if you want to talk about bottom line, this is a capitalist country. Talk about bottom line. It's just cheaper to retain than to get. You know what I'm saying? It's just cheaper. But when people express their desire to leave, I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever, get on out. We'll get somebody else. Nah, well, okay. But this is what so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are voting for. You know what I'm saying? They're voting for people who don't give a damn about you. Really, who don't give a damn about you. And right now, I'm hearing all over, the airwaves about how specifically sisters are really heartbroken that Kamala Harris is not the 47th? Is not the 47th president of the United States of America. Man. And you know who they're blaming? They're blaming black men that she is not, the 47th president. Well, black man, if you're getting the blame for it, for her not being the president or anything, because bottom line is, a black woman is going to blame you for anything that goes wrong. And you know what? She's right. She should blame you for anything that goes wrong. You want to know why? Because the Most High, she knows that the Most High put you in charge. Give me that in the scripture. What is it? What is it? Second Corinthians. Hold on, give me a second.
You able to paraphrase what you're looking for?
Yeah, the head of the man.
Oh, what is that? 1 and 11.
It is. 1 Corinthians 11:3.
11:3.
Give me 1 Corinthians 11:3. And this is the reason why, black women all over the United States of America, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American women, are pissed off at us.
Come.
You got it?
Come.
All right,
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of every man is Christ. We ought to obey the orders that Christ has set forth. You know what I'm saying? And Christians should know this. Christians should know this. Why they call themselves, followers of Christ, but they don't do nothing what Christ has laid down. They don't pick up nothing Christ has put down.
Right.
The head of every man is Christ. Keep going.
And the head of the woman is the man.
And the head of the woman is the man. And this is the reason why she's blaming you, black man. This is the reason why she's blaming you. Because anything that goes wrong, she knows that you are to get the blame for it. Anything that goes right, you are to get the credit for it. You are to get the credit for it. You know what I'm saying? It's the Most High made the man the head of the household for a reason. Anything that goes wrong, the man is going to get the blame for it. If you don't believe me, what's that dude's name in the Old Testament? who Akan, who stole the Babylonian garment and the gold wedge. He got, because he did that, his ribs were deleted, his sons were deleted, his daughters were deleted, his cattle were deleted, his tents were deleted. All that stuff, because of him, was deleted. How about this? When Eve ate the fruit, when Eve took on the culture of everybody, you know, all the other cultures that were surrounding them, who got kicked out the garden?
Salakia.
We did.
Mataya?
Oh, Khan, just like Officer Patak said, we did. Adam and Eve did.
That's what they want you to believe. But no, it wasn't until she convinced Adam to take on that different culture. That's when we got kicked out the garden. That's when we got kicked out the garden. Why? Because it wasn't Eve that was put in charge. Adam was put in charge, and all Adam had to say was, "Hell nah, we ain't doing that. Get your ass back in the kitchen. We ain't doing none of that. Or go ahead and braid my hair. Fix me this garment." You know what I'm saying? Contrary to popular belief, they was not bucky naked. They had on clothes. You know what I'm saying? If he would have told her, you know, you got too much time on your hands, you listen to other cats who has no business, you had no business listening to, go fix my garment. You know what I'm saying? Go make that you know, that food that dish that I like so much that takes you 7 hours to make. Go and do that. Go and clean this house up. You know what I'm saying? Go do something, you know, with it. Go make me a bomb ass headpiece.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Go put some fringes on my garment. Right. Go do that. You had some?
Yes. So basically,
oh, one second, Barack, Batak, you had some? I'm gonna get to you.
Basically, Adam messed up by not checking Eve.
100%. Yes. We got kicked out the garden because he felt weak up under his woman. He felt weak up under his woman. And the reason why, you know, black women in particular, our women are blaming us, black men, for not voting for Kamala Harris, which we shouldn't vote for any of these bastards, because we already have a leader. We have a king in Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't even be voting for them. But they're mad at us because we didn't do what they want us to do. Or they, you know what I'm saying? Black men didn't do what black women wanted them to do, and that's to show up in them polls and vote for this, you know, this Edomite woman that's you know, that's been raised as an Elamite, you know, East Indian with the dot, the derper. No. But you had something, Barack?
God, if I may, black women wouldn't vote if black men took charge. If black 100% women took charge, they a black woman would obey black men. It's just, once again, it's not, in not doing that. That's the backlash right there. We get looked at as crazy for not going and voting. Black women want somebody to be in charge. Apparently, they do want somebody to be in charge. It's in their system. They sitting there boo-hooing and crying on HD, on 8K. You got 4K, you got 8K now. People on bull face crying, snotting out the nose, being mad that Kamala Harris ain't get elected. They want somebody to be in charge. If black men just said, you know, sit your behind still, you ain't going to no voting booth, this is what's gonna happen, this is not gonna happen, they would obey. I'm here to tell you, Salakia.
Yeah, you 100% right. And there's a whole lot of stuff, whole ton of stuff that's coming. Shalom, sir. There's a whole ton of stuff that's coming out about the campaign, because, you know, now they're saying, you know, why Why did it go so wrong? What happened? And part of it is that when Biden, bowed out the race and propped up Kamala, there were certain pieces in that structure that was left from Biden, right? And they were telling her, hey, you need to do this, this, and this, and she was like, nah, we ain't doing that.
Right.
She was like, nah, we ain't doing that. We doing this. And the result of it, Trump had got, the popular vote and got the electoral votes. The two other times that he ran, he never got the popular vote.
Mm-hmm.
So the advice that the team was giving this woman that had actually, used the strategy to win and beat Trump, she said, no, we're not doing that. We're doing something else. Scripture says, you can't, the head of the man is a woman. Haven't we learned from Adam and Eve? If we listen to a woman, what's going to happen? Man, I kind of now, thinking about it, I kind of wish, she would have got elected. If that meant that Christ was going to come back even sooner, whoever would cause Christ to come back sooner, I would want them to win. Why? Because I am tired of this kingdom. I'm tired of this captivity. I saw a clip of this old movie. I forget this old movie, but man, it was so. Once upon a time, where I would have laughed at it, just being in the truth, just knowing how disgusting it was. The crack era. You know how disgusting and vile the crack era was. This clip basically was of a woman who was doped out, trying to get her next fix, and she had to go to a drug dealer, but the dealer had somebody, like an intermediary type deal, and she had to get through him to get to the drug dealer, and she was throwing everything. And the dude, there was the intermediary was nothing but 12 years old, 13 years old, it was a little kid. And she was throwing everything at him, and he was like, no, talking bad to this grown woman. You know what I'm saying? Talking to her like she was trash and she was nothing. And she was offering stuff that she shouldn't be offering to anybody but her husband. And she was offering it to this kid just so she can get this $10 fix. And then at the end of the clip, the drug dealer, who was like, maybe 10 feet, heard the whole thing and was just laughing at the whole interaction. I'm like, yo, even though that was just a movie, but how many times has that actually happened to us? Not just, unfortunately, not just the sisters, but the brothers who were fiends as well. The brothers who was fiends as well. Just get an image of what our people have been through. And you know who put us there? The Trumps of the world, the Harrises of the world, the Bidens of the world. All these people have put us into those conditions to whereas we had this is the things that we had to do to survive. And we want to go out and vote for the same people that put us in that position.
Mm-hmm. And
the sisters is mad at us because we didn't vote the way she wanted us to vote. Women, just like Barack said, the women out here are in 8K boo-hooing and recording themselves boo-hooing at this foolishness.
Right.
Salakia.
What's up?
I got a precept, if I may.
Let's hear it.
This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Damn straight. And we're watching for a nation that cannot save us. These people can't save us. They put us here and they want us to remain in this condition. They want us to remain in this condition so that they can still live high, high on the horse. It's not for them. It's not for them to take us out. It's not for them to damn. It's not for them to take us out and take us out of this condition. It's not for them. They put us in here and they want to keep us here in order for them to stay where they are. And they're offering things like, abortions, when really and they're calling it, women's what is it? Women's reproductive, help or something like that. How is murking your unborn fetus women's health? You know what I'm saying? How is that? I don't get the the terminology. I don't get it, because it's not there. Is what they're saying means absolutely, it doesn't make any type of sense. And then I'm hearing people, say, this is all about women's health, and if someone is, SA'd and they have to live with that, that pregnancy, then how can you say that, how can you let them go through with that? Well, number one, let me first off say by this: anybody who has been through that, number one, you should seek counsel. Number two, it shouldn't have happened. It should have never happened. It's a vile, disgusting thing to have somebody force themselves onto you. You know what I'm saying? That should never happen. Number two, you should seek some counsel. You should seek some counsel. And they're making that argument the number one reason to have these abortion clinics, these Planned Parenthoods in only Black and brown communities. And only Black and brown communities. Why don't they have it up on Massachusetts Avenue, where all the embassies are at? Huh? Why don't you have it down by DuPont Circle? Why don't you have it in those where not Elon Musk, what's that dude's name? Jeff Bezos live? Why don't you have it over there? Because you want those people to live, but you don't want our people to live. And just the number of people who actually go through unaliving or murking their own babies. No sweat. Go ahead. And who are unaliving and murking their own babies. The number who are actually doing it on purpose and not because they got SA'd is like night and day. People who got SA'd is like 1-2% of pregnancies. How about the other 95-98% of people who actually go to these clinics and do that? The reason why they want those clinics open is because they want to continue on having a hot girl summer. They want to go on, continue, doing, not messing up their so-called fun. And it has nothing to do with SA. Has everything to do with, damn, I should have used a rubber. Or damn, I don't even know who the dude is, what I'm saying? So I can't, file for child support. Or damn, I know how the type of dude he is, and I don't want to have anything to do with him. That's what really this women's health, push movement is all about. It's nothing to do with, real actual health of women. And that's what they're pushing. But you know what? If we go and get me Ecclesiasticus 26, Yeah, give me Ecclesiasticus 26:10.
Come. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her
So
in.
it says, if thy daughter be shameless, if thy daughter, is shameless, or if thy wife is shameless.
If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly.
Keep her in straightly. That means, have a short leash. Have a short leash. Don't give her too much, leeway to do things, to bring shame upon herself, to bring shame upon you, to bring shame upon your house, to bring shame upon, the name of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Bring shame upon her race. You know what I'm saying? Her nation of people. Keep her in straightly. Anything more?
Come. Lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty.
Lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. What does that mean? What does that mean? Abuse herself with overmuch liberty.
Come, sir. My body, my choice.
Exactly. My body, my choice. Slovakia.
I got another one for you too, sir.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Let me go back. Hold on. So abuse herself through overmuch liberty. My body, my choice. Give me some more.
I don't need no in the house. I could do it on my own. I'm the mommy and the daddy.
If you're saying you don't need no man in the house, you wouldn't be crying that Kamala didn't get elected.
Oh, I got
You had some?
these my kids.
These your kids until he stopped paying the child support.
And I got a precept if I could.
Hold on one second. Yeah. So it's saying my body, my choice. These my kids. You don't need no man in the house. If y'all women really really believe that, y'all wouldn't be on social media crying and disappointed and moping around the house and moping around the city, moping around town that your candidate didn't win. You know what I'm saying? And yet y'all wouldn't be scared that Trump won. Y'all wouldn't be scared that these MAGAs, are basically in power right now. Y'all wouldn't be scared that they're emboldened as well to do, to basically to bring harm to us. Y'all wouldn't be scared. I'm not scared. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in this country last time Trump got elected, but from what I understand, from what I'm hearing, is like people were actually physically like scared once they said he actually won the election. People were actually physically scared. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to react. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm here and I'm actually seeing it. I understand because of Commander General. I actually understand it. But you women who's saying, you don't need no man, these kids is mine. Who's going to protect them kids when you got a dude with a red hat, you know what I'm saying, telling you, you better say something else. Say something else. Getting in your face. You know what I'm saying? Threatening your kids. Who you going to call? The people you call the police, you going to call the police? Don't you know they MAGAs too? Even up in New York, they had they were saying Trump he gained more ground in some of these liberal cities like New York, gained more ground in these places than in those red states. So who are you gonna call? You gonna call the people who voted for Trump, who wanted Trump to win, to protect you from the people who wanted Trump to win? Nah. Nah. You're gonna need a black man. You're gonna need a Native American Indian man. You're gonna need a Hispanic man. You know what I'm saying? That's who you call. You're gonna need to call Commanding General Yahanna to protect you and your family. Slack it real quick. Get me in that day, because this is that day.
Isaiah 7, right? Isaiah 7.
Yeah, yeah. Batak, get that. And hold the precept that you had, because we're gonna get you as well. But Mathaya, you said you had a precept as well.
Oh, I have a thing that's on topic about the abortion.
What's
I
up?
did too, Salaki.
All right, we're gonna get you Mathia. What was the thing that you had?
Khan. Margaret Singer reiterated the need for black ministers to head up the project in a letter to Clarence Gamble in December 1939. Argued that we do not want word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population, and the minister is the man who can straighten out that idea if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious members.
So what Mathia is bringing out is that Margaret Sanger wanted to exterminate us. That was her goal. That was her plans. Hey, she was a eugenicist. If you don't know what a eugenicist is basically means she wants us gone. She wanted to wipe us out. Her plan was Planned Parenthood and abortions. She wanted us to abort our babies. And in order to have that plan enacted, she wanted somebody who we trusted. And historically, we trusted the black pastor, the black minister. You know what I'm saying? We trusted the we trusted the Louis Farrakhan's. We trusted the Martin Luther Kings. We trusted the TD Snakes and the Thefio Dollars. So if they got them pastors and the ministers and the Muslim mosques and the imams to say that this is good, that if your man doesn't make X amount of money, or if your man doesn't have this education, or if your man loses his job or whatever, and you get pregnant and you're found with child, you need to terminate that pregnancy. And if you heard that from the mouth of the minister, you're going to go ahead and do it. That was a eugenicist plan. That was a white supremacist plan. That's what he's bringing on. That's that ideology way back then. What do you say? What was that? The 20s, the 30s?
1939.
1939, and it's still in effect right now. Batak, what was that? What was the scripture that I had you get?
Isaiah 4:2. No,
all right.
4:1.
All right, Mathia, get Isaiah 4:1, and Batak, you had another precept from before. Get that precept that you had.
If I could, directly going off of Margaret Sanger, that's Exodus 1, where it said, "Come, let us deal wisely with them." Is that what I'm getting? That's Exodus 1, where the Egyptians, when they set taskmasters over the children of Israel, it said the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied.
Exodus 1 and what? What's the verse?
I'm thinking that's 1 and 9, if I'm not mistaken. But that's not what I had. What I had was, you said get the precept that I had. To come out, that was on the abortion one, right?
Yeah. You said you had a precept. What was that precept?
That precept is Lamentations 4. Okay. Lamentations 4 and it's gonna be Lamentations 4 and 3.
Okay, let's get that. Let me hear that.
Lamentations, book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and 3. It says, "Even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness."
That's tough. They say even the sea monsters, you know what I'm saying, draw out the breast. What does that mean? That means they take care of their young ones.
Right.
Even the sea monsters take care of the young ones. But our women, Our women are cruel. Absolutely cruel. And let me make this straight. The reason why our women are cruel is because we decided to disobey the Most High God and follow these heathens. We put these heathens above the Most High God. And because we put these heathens above the Most High God, they told our women to get rid of their men, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American men. Get them out the house. Why? Because if you want to wear what you want to wear, go ahead and do that. No man should tell you what you can and cannot wear. If you want to go out and talk to different men, you know what I'm saying? Go out and do that. Because no man can tell you what to do. If you want to live an alternative lifestyle, go out and do that. Because no man should be able to tell you what to do.
Right.
Our women did that. You know what I'm saying? Just like our men took them drugs. Just like our men picked up them guns and picked up them colors and said, you know, you're not rocking my color, so now I got to off you.
Right.
You got to go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to take your woman. Just like and Baby Boy, he woke up. Snoop woke up and said, "Oh man, he built a fort. F your fort." You want to have another man who hates you, and then in turn is going to hate your kid and treat your kid like that? You want another man around that? Nah. Nobody wants that for their kids. So why would we put ourselves? That's what I'm saying. Why would we put ourselves in that position by listening to the oppressor? Every time we listen to the oppressor, every time we destroy ourselves. We need to listen to the Most High God. And right now, even though that it'll hurt to be corrected, we need that hurt. We absolutely need that hurt. Why? Because once we get out of that pain and things start going smoothly, and if anytime we want to look back to how the way things were, we want to remember that pain, how the way to get things right, corrected, get that ship corrected. We need that pain right now. You know what I'm saying? Mathia, get me. Is that it on your script, Batak?
Salaki, I had one more about the Margaret Sank. If I could just read this real quick.
No sweat. Yeah, go ahead.
There's a book of Exodus chapter 1 and verse 9. It said, "And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more mightier than we." Verse 10, "Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply and it come to pass that their father out in the war, they join unto us our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land." The point is, verse 12, it said, "But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel."
Slagia, no sweat. I'm laughing. I'm laughing because, you know, the more they afflicted us, it said the more they afflicted us, the more we grew. It's like, yo, you out, you know, you out working a slavery, and the boss is on, you know, is on your neck. You know,
right.
You're doing everything that you can, you know, to get this, you know, wicked slave masters up off you. Doing everything that you can, breaking your back, you know what I'm saying, to please the slave master. Then you get off the slave and you fight your way back home, you know what I'm saying, avoiding, you know, the police, you're avoiding the gangs, avoiding all these, you know, traps that are set between, you know, the slave and home. And you get home, and even though she ain't dressed up, but she got on that she may not have on that sundress, or she got on them now she got them yoga pants or them sweatpants, and that thing is thinging, you know. I ain't thinking about nothing else but, you know,
Yeah.
how the pop say, bang, 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 bang. Because that's the only time, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna have some sort of pleasure. And lo and behold, you know, you got one child. You got 2. Now you got 4. Now you got 6. Why? Because this oppressor is just on your head. You know what I'm saying? And even though even though we ain't got no money, but we got you know what I'm saying, we had love for each other. We was in the house. We was together. Even back then. There's a reason why. There's a reason why, even though our sisters and our brothers who's actually being wicked bastards, who's telling our sisters to go to this damn abortion clinic and get this procedure, this inhumane procedure. There's a reason why, you know, we're still reproducing at an exponential rate. Our oppressor is dying off. I don't know if you know this. Our oppressor is actually dying off. Their death rate is higher than their birth rate.
If I could.
Yeah, what's up?
No, it froze up. So like I was about to say, black women get abortion clinics and white women get fertility clinics.
Yeah. They need help with their unhospitable womb. It's not just the you know the she devils, the devils. You know they need some help as well. They need some help as well. But I pray. I know this is gonna sound kind of weird. I pray that their wounds open up. You know what I'm saying? I pray that they're able to fix this low birth rate. The reason being is because I'm gonna need this king to be built. You know what I'm saying? That I'm gonna need some barns to go up. I'm gonna need to add on some rooms for every child I have. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna have to till that land. And someone's gonna have to clear the land, you know what I'm saying, to put up a resort, so that whenever I have some Hakim over, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna have to get built. Someone's gonna have to do that. So I need for them to fix that birth defect. You know what I'm saying? Correct it. I'm gonna need a lot of slaves when the kingdom comes. You understand? And honestly, it's not just Esau. It's not just Esau. They got it like that up in Moab and Ammon. I won't say Ammon in particular is like that. They're paying black men to come over there and plant seed. That's a real life thing. Now, don't you silly Negroes go over there and do that. Don't you do that, because that's against the Most High God, and you're gonna fail, straight up and down. You gonna think you're gonna be you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail, and don't go. The men don't want you over there. I'm trying to tell you, you think that there's some docile people over there. You start messing with their women and see how undocile they are, and then you're gonna be praying for the Lord to be with you. And nah, he's gonna be like, what's that brother's name that thrust through the man and the woman? I forget the dude's name in a scripture, but don't do that. Don't do that. Where were we at?
Salah, you was about to read Isaiah 4:2.
Yeah. Get me Isaiah 4:2, Mathia. The water.
Come. I'm gonna start from verse 1, if I could.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man.
Hold on. This I'm trying to tell you. This is that day. This is that day. I don't know if you know, but this is that day. It says, how many?
7 women
shall
take hold of one man.
So 7 women is trying to go up to one man. Well, hold on. Look at them fringes. Look at that headpiece.
Mm.
Look at his t-shirt. There's no fringes on the t-shirt. That's the right man. You know what I'm saying? That's the right priest. That's the real priest. They're gonna take hold of one man. That it doesn't mean like they're gonna try and like, no, nah, I don't want him. Nah, it ain't gonna be like that. It ain't gonna be no balloon popping in this day. It ain't gonna be no balloon popping. Nah. It ain't gonna be. It's giving nothing. You're gonna be like, hey, sir, Adawan, if I could, they're gonna be batting them eyes, with them long ass lashes. They're gonna be batting them eyes real good in that day. And this is that day. Keep reading.
Khan, saying, we will eat our own bread.
There's no 50-50. We ain't talking about 50-50. I can pay my own bills. You know what I'm saying? I can do this on my own. Keep going.
We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name.
Only let us be called by thy name. Only let us be called by the house of Mathayah. Only let us be called by the house of Batak Ariyah. Only let us be called by lightning. Barak in the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Only let us be called by thy name. Keep going. Why is that?
To take away our reproach.
To take away our reproach. What does that mean, to take away our reproach?
Shame, Salaki.
Take away the shame of what?
Of not having a man, Salaki.
You hit it right there on the head. The shame of not having a man. The shame, and you know what? Even now, in this time, as much as women say that they don't want to have a man or something like that, they feel the shame.
Right. Thanks.
They feel it. Hold on 1 second.
Well, Christ, what's going on, man?
Oh, Christ, man. Tawab, sir. Tawab.
Mm-hmm. It's class to I'm engaged. You heard?
Yeah, most high Christ. Most high Christ.
It's crazy. Everything we talking about, man, my rib was talking about earlier, bro. Literally word for word. It's crazy.
All right, most high in Christ.
A lot.
So just like what was I? Salakia. Take away their reproach.
Okay.
Right. So just like how the women are saying they don't really need a man or want a man, or he got to go have 50-50, or I'm saying they got to 100%, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or I ain't going 50-50, or all this nonsense that don't make no sense about nothing. They ain't gonna be saying that. Read that from the top again one more time, Baruch Shaw.
Khan. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach.
To take away our reproach. Exactly. It's shameful to not have a man. It's shameful. It was shameful then. Even in the 1 or 2 generations past, it was shameful. Now, deep down, women know that, hey, if I don't have a man or I can't keep a man, that's shameful. It's shameful. Why? Because the Most High has put it so that man should be with woman and woman should be with man. Now, when I say it's shameful, I'm talking about women who actually want a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about women who believes or thinks that men are just, you know. I'm not talking about them feminists, you know.
The worst kind.
The feminist libidique type women. I'm talking about the women who actually want a man, but has that demon of oh man, what's that dude in Tobit? Asmodeus has the demon of Asmodeus on her. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about those women who have the demon of Asmodeus on her, who just can't keep a man, who actually want a man. It's shameful for that woman to not have a man. And then when Trump gets elected and they're fearing for their lives, you know what I'm saying? That's when, you know, they're going to try and take 7 women are going to take hold of 1 man. When the same sisters who say, you know, I'm not sharing my man, who has shared their man, every woman who's ever dated someone has shared their man at one point in time. So it's always going to happen. And honestly, I don't understand why you women wouldn't want to share your man. I know there's times when your man just gets on your damn nerve. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much. Like, man, all right, just go over to her house. If he had another rib, go over to her house just for 2 days. 2 days, and then, you know, I'll be ready for you again. You know what I'm saying? Just give my body some time to heal up. You know what I'm saying? Just give me some time. How about this? Somebody wants, you know, a man wants 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 kids. You gonna pop all of them out? Do you want to pop all of them out? You know what I'm saying? That the stress of just having 1 kid is stressful enough. You know what I'm saying? If you share that load over, you know, that family has about 8, 9 kids, and you only had to, you know, bear 2 or 3. You ain't think about that. You ain't. How about hey, everybody have a sleepover at one of his other ribs' house, and you get to relax. Man, there's total advantages of having, you know, a being in that type of system that the Most High has put on the earth. But I'm here to tell you, if you don't know how to properly, you know, have that house in order, you should not do it. You 100% should not do it. And if you want to learn, but it's not for everybody. I'll tell you that right now. It's not for everybody. Some brothers just, you know, be like, all right, you know, 1 is enough. None is enough. Or I'll take as many as I could. But you are totally responsible for all of them. For all of them. And not everybody is in the truth. Not everybody has that moral compass. I ain't even gonna say compass. Not everybody has that, you know, has those guardrails. You know what I'm saying? You deal with a woman that's not in the truth, man. Whew, you're courting danger. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not gonna be able to be there with her 24/7. She's gonna listen to some of her friends and vote for Kamala Harris and think that it's okay to take a trip down to Planned Parenthood and just not tell you. You know what I'm saying? Or go to her mother's house and then be on a girls' trip. And then have a reason to go to that Planned Parenthood clinic. Nah, it's just some things you just take for granted about being in the truth. Like, you ain't got to worry about certain things that, you know, a woman in the streets would bring. Like that woman can cook. You know what I'm saying? One of your favorite things is having what's the name? Is having some of them collard greens. But she may use some fat back, you know what I'm saying? Instead of smoked neck bones. Now you got you eating this defiled thing. Whereas if you would have had a rib and the truth, she know how to cook lawfully. Anything she puts in front of you is lawful. I'm not even going to touch on the fact that, you know, there's some wicked sisters out here that will tamper with your food because she got emotional and because she got emotional when you said she couldn't wear this thing or talk to this person or take this post down. Now you got to be careful about what she put in front of you. Just certain things, you know what I'm saying? You just ain't got to worry about with a sister in the school. You know what I'm saying? So just if you're planning on doing that, just grab a sister in the school. You ain't got to worry about her crying about Kamala Harris not winning. You ain't got to worry about her being scared that Trump wins. And even if she is scared, she has total faith in you, so that you know you would know what to do to combat whatever's going on out there. So somebody has something? No?
Live, sir.
Yeah, live.
Most High in Christ. I'm about to close this out. Anybody have any questions or comments? Or was that it, Matthew and Isaiah?
Come, sir.
Most High in Christ. Anybody have anything else before I close this out? With that?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
Conversation.
Go ahead, Batak.
I had the same class, same scriptures, same talking points, everything crazy. Like, Shalaki.
You came in a little broken up. Can you repeat that one more again, Baba Kashaw?
No, I probably don't got no service. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, you good.
I was saying I had the same your class today. I had the same conversation with my rib, pretty much verbatim. Same scriptures, same talking points, same everything. My class was 100% to wild, so.
Most High in Christ, the water. You know what I'm saying? This is because it's one body. It's one body.
That's what I was trying to say. It's one body.
Every time, you know, this is not the first time, you know, I've heard, you know, just brothers talking about stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? How early in the day, you know, it was just thinking about it or talking about it with somebody else. It's because you know all these fears in the world, and even I can halfway understand it. You know how people are scared and whatnot by not being in the truth, but all this stuff is prophesied. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is prophesied. Right. Even when I was a young man and a young officer coming into the school, there was in particular when COVID came, I heard General Muhammad say, and this is when people was starting to like really die and whatnot. I heard General Muhammad say, "I want COVID so that I can defeat it." You know what I'm saying? Then I heard other brothers in here, you know what I'm saying, down here say, "Yeah, I pray that I get COVID so that I can defeat it." And I'm looking at them, I'm like, I ain't trying to get COVID. But you know what? The Lord said, okay, I'm gonna let you get COVID and then see how you react. And then, you know, I finally I got COVID that one time and totally changed my perspective. Like seriously, like totally changed my perspective on you know, on things in general. Once I got that, I was like, yo, I need this kingdom to go. I understand, you know, why, you know, people are so sick and tired of just being here in this captivity. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
This reality has to go. Has to go. Working, 3 and 4 jobs, 20 hours a day sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And still maybe not being able to make enough to pay everything. Like, come on, man, they got us in captivity. They got us in total captivity. And then you look at other nations, and they're better than us. When I say that they're better, I'm talking about they're better in positioning. Like, how in the hell are they in a better position than me? When I'm the chosen. You know what I'm saying? So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the reason why this whole world runs. This world is meant for us. People are supposed to be crying in the streets that we're not, in charge. People are supposed to be videotaping themselves saying, like, oh my God, I can't believe Commanding General Yahanna has not been, elected president of the world. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to be crying in the street. They're supposed to be begging for us to be leading them into a brave new world. But you know what? When Christ comes back, they're going to be happy that we're going to be in charge. They're going to be happy that we're in charge. And if anybody has anything to say about that, what's that? What did it? No, I ain't even going to say it like that. If anybody is not going to be happy, you ain't going to hear from them again. That's all. That's all of it. Anybody else have anything else before I close this out? No? All right. I'm going to read the security announcements, and I'm going to pass it over to Mathaya. All right, security announcements. We're at I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. Salakia. 1 second. All right, they are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is the commandment, you can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3, 8 through 10. It means 10th in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, gives to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offered for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation is Hanukkah, which is the Feast of Dedication. This is the 25th day of the 9th month by a space of 8 days. This is Wednesday, 25th of December, 2024, for 8 days. You can find this in 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, 52 through 61. We also have the Lord's 56th annual Passover. It's coming up in April 12th, and it's going to be held in Atlanta, Georgia. All right? It's going to be held in Atlanta, Georgia. Last year's Passover fund was $200 for everybody 18 years of age and older. All right? It has not come out on how much it will be this year, but if you just go by how much it was last year, you should be in good standing by the time the announcement is made. You should also prepare for how much your travel is going to be, how much the hotel you're going to be staying at, the Airbnb, whatever, the arrangements that you're going to be at, how long you're going to be staying down there. Now we're going to have, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be events probably that whole week. You know what I'm saying? The week leading up to it. We're also going to have is the High Holy Day on that Sunday, April 13th. It's what is that? The feast. It's Salakia. It's a Feast of Unleavened Bread. So that very next day, the Sunday, it's a High Holy Day, and it's going to be a High Holy Day there in Atlanta as well. So if you can't stay there, even past that, and enjoy the brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? Remind Akim and Aquathium to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headbands, and scarf. With that, I pass the class over to Mathaya.
Khan. Men of Israel, we're going to stand and give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahshua
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatham.
Yajimata, class dismissed.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.